Hi, welcome to my channel, welcome to my daily tarot card messages. It's the 1st of November today. Wow, where has this year gone? Has it gone really quickly for you? Just can't get my head around how quickly the years are going. I think maybe it's because I'm getting older, I don't know. But okay, so today, I mentioned this yesterday on our Halloween message. Today is the midpoint of the eclipse season. If you remember, we had a partial solar eclipse on the 25th of October, and we've got a full moon eclipse on the 8th of November. So the midpoint is today. So today, rather than just picking two cards, I am still going to pick two cards, but I'm going to have the first one as a message for what's happened so far during this very transformational, and I say that, well, I feel I'm sort of sick of saying the word really, but it is such a time of change and upheaval and endings and beginnings for everybody, and I can sense that with lots of my friends and my family and my colleagues, that there is just such a lot of changes in the air. So yeah, so let's see sort of how we've gone, and then the second card is going to be a bit of advice or a bit of guidance for the following or the last week of this eclipse energy. This is like a little portal that's taking us from one place to another. And when you get to the ending on the 8th of November, when that full moon takes place, do look back at yourself on the 25th of October and what you were doing. And you might think, yeah, you know what, I don't think like that anymore, or I've moved, so much has happened in these 2 weeks that is my old life. Who knows? Let's see what the cards have got to say about it. I'm using my Rider-Waite pack because they are a no-nonsense kind of pack. So some of the cards are a little bit bold. Not everybody likes these cards, but they say it how it is. So I kind of like that. I'm the sort of person that says it how it is as well. Oh, I got two cards then. I'm going to put them both back because, or maybe I shouldn't have done. Maybe they'll come out again. Let's see. Okay, the Ace of Swords. Okay, the Ace of Swords. Now, aces signify new beginnings, and we have had a theme over the last week or so about the swords. The swords have come out quite a few times. But the Ace of Swords is the idea of a new beginning, as in we're going to think a completely different way. I feel like the message I want to say here, a message that's kind of coming into me here, is the idea of a new identity, or just even like you know, when people reinvent themselves, like celebrities, you suddenly see them and they don't look any different because they're trying to move themselves away from an image that they had or a certain situation, and suddenly they go quiet for a bit and then they reinvent themselves. It's like that, I feel, this eclipse season is about. Don't forget, this eclipse season is right in the middle of Scorpio season. Again, a transformational ending and death and rebirth kind of energy. And also, there's the Mars retrograde, which is a lot of inner work and sort of going within and maybe having a bit of inaction, that bit where you kind of squirrel yourself away and hide away a little bit and come out again with a new mindset or a new kind of rebirth in yourself. What I like when I see this card, though, we've got the crown up the top there, and for me that it can sort of mean a sort of success, as in, you know, somebody wearing the crown. But I also feel like that's very much, say if you was wearing a crown, you know, you kind of feel like it's sort of relating to self-worth, I think. I feel like this message is about the idea of suddenly working out that you're worth more and you're needing to make changes for that to happen. Now, the sword is double-edged, which basically means, you know, there's good situations and bad that come of that. It can be used to cut ties, so you might be cutting ties with the past or certain people, but it's also setting you free at the same time. So as hard as, which does sum up the energy completely, because it is the idea of endings and beginnings. If you're cutting ties, You're deciding that you're going to think a different way, a new way. You're going to be a new you with new image, or whatever that sword represents for you. It is going to break you away, because that's what happens when you have these massive internal shifts. You find that people fall out of your life, making way for the new. But it can still be sad. So I do get an element of loss in this card as well, because you are losing a part of your old self to start anew. And that energy can be quite harsh. I feel that Ace of Swords, I feel the harshness in it, but it's like a tough love. And it's a tough love because it's, I wouldn't say you have to be cruel to be kind, but you have to wake up to the fact when things really aren't right and move away from it. So yeah, that's the double-edged sword of it, isn't it? The promise of a wonderful new you and a wonderful new environment does mean breaking away from the old. And that is exactly where we are at the moment. So the fact that we're in this midpoint of the eclipse, I feel that that's because I'm feeling a little bit of sadness as I'm telling this story. I feel like the breaks and the cuts have kind of already happened, or if they haven't already happened, they're in your mind and you've already planted that seed and there's kind of no going back from it. So it may be that you've started the process of moving on, even if you are still in the older situation, if you see what I mean. So that's what's happened. That was the first week. That's that last week. And you know what? If you go back through the last few videos, we've got so many major cards in there. We've had Justice, the Magician, the Empress. I can't remember the others, but there's been, Death, obviously, that turned up a couple of times, didn't it? All pointing to the fact that there was some big stuff going on. So, okay. So the second card I'm picking is really for the whole week ahead as to moving up with the eclipse season, going towards the full moon on the 8th. All right, so we're at the midpoint now, we're at the top of the mountain. Will it speed up and be easier the second week? Let's see. There we go. All right, now we had Strength. I mentioned that we had all the major cards come out last week. We had the Strength cards. We had the Angel of Strength on Saturday. And I mean, I feel like I'm repeating this message again, but please do go back and see Saturday's. But the reason the same cards are coming out are because this is happening over a period of time. This is an eclipse season, so there's a connection. We're getting the same cards coming out because it's the same thing that we're dealing with. And it's just, and when that happens with the tarot, it is that message that, yeah, we're stuck in this still. We keep going, but we're still stuck in this energy. And then all of a sudden that card disappears and you don't see it for ages. The fact the Strength card has come out again does signify that this is a tough time. And I do remember saying to you on Saturday when I was talking about strength is we get strength from adversity and tough situations that we really never thought we'd have to go through, but we have. So this is the realization of the moving away and starting the new beginning, and this is actually what the gift is going to be for this eclipse season. So I feel, although there was that message of, you're going through a tough time, but don't worry, you've got the strength. I feel that this second week of the eclipse, as we're going through it, you're going to start to feel that strength. And it's going to be, this is a lovely warm glow of a colour. And we talked about a warm golden glow because we had the Victory card, didn't we? When was that? Can't remember now. I think that might have been Saturday as well. So go back to Saturday and do look at that message as well. What you're going to be given is the realisation of how strong you are. This isn't that, oh bless, you're going through a lot. We know, have courage, have strength. This is what the gift is going to be through this eclipse season. And I'm really taken when I look at this particular strength card of the yellow. There's lots of cards in this pack that have got a bright yellow background, or not lots, probably about 10 I would say. But when I see yellow, I feel it's related to the solar plexus chakra, and which is to deal with our self-esteem and our confidence. So this is what this is all about. It's a very personal journey for you to acquire, and it is the message that this is going to be the prize at the end of it. You're going to know and have an inner strength and to be able to be faced with anything. So, and there's the infinity sign there. Now that only appears in a couple of cards. It appears in the Strength, it appears in the Magician, it appears in a sort of subtle way for the Two of Pentacles as well. It's that idea of, you know, completing a cycle, yes, but the fact of karma and everything sort of goes around, comes around kind of thing. So if you lost your strength, if you felt that you didn't have courage, and this Ace of Swords came up in your life in this eclipse season to really make you find that, then this is the message that you will find it. So although these cards are a message for the 1st of November, don't forget, this is the midpoint. This is a reading for the midpoint of the eclipse season. So this is the theme for the next week and for what has been over the last week as well. I like that because I feel like I want to say that there is going to be an end in sight when we get to that full moon on the 8th. I feel like we're going to be, oh, tick, that's done. Okay, I can move on a step further. So I hope that really resonated with you. Please do let me know. Write some comments in the under the video, and I do my best to reply to them. And please do subscribe as well to my channel, or share the link of the videos to anyone that you think may really, really benefit from getting this very positive message that they are going to be acquiring strength on a whole new level. Okay, I will be back tomorrow on Wednesday. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again tomorrow. All right, bye.